Boris Johnson's Brexit trade agreement with the EU has been ripped apart by Fishing for Leave, who said it appeared to be a pretty dismal deal for Britain's long-suffering fishermen. As details of the trade pact emerged, the group which represents fishermen issued a stern statement warning they were far from satisfied from what they had read so far. They said, "Sadly, from what's emerging, the trade deal treaty is far from a clean break to international normality, law." Fishing for Leave added, "The emerging details and what's been agreed in relation to fishing would seem to be a cop-out to secure an overall pretty dismal deal, and that fishing communities who paid the ultimate price on the way in will get a poor settlement to pay for a deal on the way out." The group published a list of key demands for the industry and said if the Prime Minister's agreement with Brussels fails to deliver the points, it is a poor effort. It included a demand for the allocation of quota to be based on zonal attachment, with the 60% of quota caught by EU boats in UK waters going to UK boats. Mr. Johnson's deal with the EU states British vessels will be entitled to catch around two-thirds of quota in UK seas. Under the Commons Fisheries Policy (CFP), British boats could catch only around half of the fish in UK waters. However, Britain's fishermen will not be handed the new benefits overnight. Under the terms of the deal, the fishing changes will be phased in over a 5.5-year transition. The group accused the government of caving into Brussels' demands to effectively establish a fishing backstop. The campaigners said Mr. Johnson had signed up to a deal, whereby the EU can retaliate with tariffs on goods should the UK seek to move to a position akin to the other Nordic nations after the 5.5-year period. The transition period agreed was significantly lower than the 14 years first demanded by the EU. Fishing for Leave warned the arrangement would lead to a desperate situation for fishermen on January 1. The group said Britain would find itself stuck like a broken record as the EU continues to enjoy access to the UK's rich fishing grounds. And they said the increase in quota which will be given to British boats under the deal amounts to just a bit more fish to save some political face. Though a small part of the economy, fishing rights became a totemic tussle between the two sides as the UK saw them as a symbol of its sovereignty. Britain made concessions as the deadline for a deal loomed, but Mr. Johnson insisted the result was that the UK would again be an independent coastal state with full control of our waters.